You ready for this?
Gonna be fun.
You will not stand in my way.
Frostborn. Hunger.
This pleases me.
I do not fear you, mortal.
Your soul shall be mine.
Don't make me laugh.
Needs a boot? Oh, I do. Feel a shredding, baby. Let the battle begin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 95th episode of The Nexus Trolls, a podcast about Heroes of the Storm and part of the Trolls.gg Entertainment Network. Today I am hosting this show. I am Soken. I am Soken. And I am joined by GOONHOTS and Aurumis. What's up? What's up, boys?
Yo, yo, yo. What up?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hello?
Schizo in chat, finally, what the people really want. It's all good.
Yeah, we have a special guest.
No.
I bought a hamster today.
Yes.
Her name is Coconut.
Coconut the hamster. You get a coconut cam basically today in today's show. If you're watching on the VOD or live, you can see Coconut the hamster. Anyway, real quick, let me talk about the Patreon. We got the Trolls.gg Patreon at patreon.com/trollsgg. It is shared with the Nexus Trolls and the Trolls.gg content creators. You can join the Troll Army by donating $1 a month and earn early access to our show notes, as well as acquire priority access in our after show viewer games and any call-in episodes that we have. At $10 a month, you reach the Chieftain status. You'll get the previous rewards, and then you'll also get a special shout out at the end of the show. We just added a new exclusive Patreon tier called the War Chiefs, and there's only 5 allowed. So at $20 a month, you will have the most exclusive access, or the access to the most exclusive rewards, which is currently access to the next goal. So right now, our next goal, we are at $118 a month, and the goal is $125 a month. And once we hit that goal, we will give a patron-only gift card drawing, or we will do a patron-only gift card drawing and giveaway to you guys. Last time we gave away a gift card, and of course, Super Dave, the Lord of the Nexus Trolls, won as usual. And so, who will win the next one? Find out at $125.
Super Dave probably will win again for some reason, because he's lucky like that.
Probably. He's the Raven Lord of the Nexus Trolls, basically. So.
Oh, okay. He's daddy.
Yeah, he daddy. Yeah. So, with that said, let me move on to the news.
Someday, this will make a great story.
All right. 1 second here. Sorry, guys. All right.
So for those of you listening real quick, Aurumis and I are both on our phones because we have no internet. So this is probably going to be the most janky podcast you have ever witnessed. So
yeah, this is our commitment to you, all right? 2 of our podcast hosts' power went out, and they lost complete internet access, and are going to be on their phones talking with me and having a show with you guys for the next hour because we love you guys so much. So props to GOON and Aurumis for coming in today. So the first thing on the news we got is that Heroes Lounge is opening up in NA. Previously, as far as I know, it was only Europe. So there are, in the show notes, you'll see a link to the Reddit post, which has a link to the Discord as well as an application that you can fill out. They're currently looking to fill some positions. I do not know if they're paid or not. I have not looked into it myself.
What's Heroes Lounge?
As far as
it's like an NGS type thing, but in Europe, and I guess it's like a little bit more official. Like some of the players, like it's kind of like an NGS equivalent, I would say, like close to that, with like a little bit more production done to it.
Yeah,
Good
you know,
tournament series.
Caldor.
What is NGS?
Oh my
I'm
god.
just kidding.
Oh god. Okay. Well, anyways, if you guys enjoy NGS, basically you'll probably enjoy Heroes Lounge. At least go give it a look, check it out. Caldor, the caster for HOTS Europe EU, he specifically did casting for Heroes Lounge when he was more of like a shoutcaster type of thing, and still supports Heroes Lounge to this day in terms of like shouting them out and whatnot. So it has his approval, and so that means you guys should definitely look into it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's good news.
Are you guys applying to any positions?
That's huge.
I haven't heard about it until you told me, so maybe I'll look into it.
I applied. I applied to something.
Well, if you get it, we'll announce it on the show.
Sure.
All right. So next is the just another reminder, a real quick reminder. We had this last week. BlizzCon HGC opening week tickets are on sale. Make sure that you guys go check that out on the Heroes Esports website. It is taking place at the Blizzard Arena at Burbank and happens. Hey, what's up? And takes place the week before BlizzCon, I'm pretty sure. So make sure you guys go buy tickets if you are interested in seeing HGC opening week live, especially if you can't make it to BlizzCon. It may be a good thing for you to go check out to see some live esports if you haven't already, or if you're also going to BlizzCon and you want to see how things go beforehand live, you're also welcome to do that if you live in the area. That's also a good thing to do. I will not be going to that. I will just be going to BlizzCon because I don't have the time off. So I will see you guys at BlizzCon.
Same with me.
You're not going, right? Right, Goon?
To BlizzCon or to the...
To the opening week.
No, I will not be at the opening.
Yes, so none of us will be at the opening week. So just note that if you guys were thinking about trying to meet us, we could meet you at BlizzCon instead of this. Just give us a heads up. Hit us up in DMs or anything like that. We need to talk about that later, actually. So next show, we'll talk about potential BlizzCon meetup for any of you trolls people that will be at BlizzCon.
Yeah, and other note on that topic while we're there, real quick, we'll be doing the podcast again one last time. I think the 29th, it's like a Sunday, right before Calm Before the Storm, that we're going to be doing on their channel for like a marathon slew of podcasts. So everybody be sure to tune in for that, the support and chat and everything, and be able to hear from you guys on there. Give us some tricky questions.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. I hadn't heard any updates, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, so that's the final update on it.
I like how you to Aurumis' face and then back to Coconut the hamster. Anyway,
she's just so cute.
She is.
Look at her go.
All right, and last in the news, we have the new HOTS lore comic number 3, entitled "The Fall of King's Crest," is on the Heroes of the Storm website. I'm pretty sure it's under the media section, so check it out if you haven't seen it already. I read it yesterday, and I like it, actually. I'm starting to like it, but I think that I only like it because it's kind of dark right now. Like,
yeah. My favorite frames were spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! Hey, if you haven't heard this yet or read this yet, do not listen to this. Okay, go.
Spoiler alert! I will. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the Dragon Knight getting wrecked.
No.
I thought that was cool, dude. That whole all those panels, like the art on it was cool, and like I was like, ooh, and people are dying. Cool. I mean,
I know, right? I was totally psyched that he just went in there and he just wrecked everyone, and he's like, yo, this is mine. I'm out. Peace. He's like, I don't even care about any of you guys. I'm the Raven Lord.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so good.
It was pretty cool. Like, I like how, he became evil, and then like his wife or whatever had to like kill him, whatever. Like, I thought that was cool.
That was so brutal, man. That was so brutal.
Like, all right,
after hearing all this, I gotta watch them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're honestly not spoiling too much. The art is like part of the comic is part of the greatness.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I watch them when my internet gets back up.
Oops.
Yeah, they're pretty
Okay,
good. They're
nice.
pretty good. I will say they're kind of pushing this Orphea character a little bit,
Of course. I mean, come on. Come on.
and
That's their baby
she's
right
got
there.
she has that what is that, tombstone or something on her back or some shit. Like what was that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do,
She
but
looked like Braum. Like she was holding a big from League of Legends. I don't know if people don't know who Braum is. He's like some big dude that has like a huge shield, and like it's like a tomb. It's something like on his back, and he brings it out in front of him. And it reminded me of that. Like she's able to actually like block projectiles with it or something. That is assuming she comes into the game as a character, but I know there's been a lot of talk of introducing a new like Heroes of the Storm unique character. And
Yeah.
this seems like she would fit the bill, this character from the comics, but I don't know.
basically, if they're going to release a Heroes of the Storm original character, this makes it so that it lines up perfectly with BlizzCon to release the fourth comic right before BlizzCon, which is close to basically a month away, a little more than a month away. You release the comic about the week before BlizzCon, and then at BlizzCon, you know, in that comic she does something really cool, you know, showing her powers or whatever, because we still don't fully know what she does. So
Yeah.
showing her powers in that comic, and then the week after BlizzCon will reveal her and give you some preview to her abilities, which could be potentially cool. The good side, the pros to adding in a hero's original character would be, in my eyes, the fact that they can look at the meta right now, determine what's needed, and just literally make whatever they want. That's kind of my thought behind it. And then the con, obviously, for a lot of people, I would say, is that we're then at that point missing out on a new character to HOTS that we know and love already. So some people care about that, right? Like some people have favorite StarCraft heroes, Warcraft heroes, whatever that they want in the game still, and are not there, myself included. And that is a diversion of resources from that goal. So there's that, as well as the fact, at least for me, that I would rather just literally just see them purely working on the ranked system, but we'll get to that later. So
Yeah.
do you guys have any
real quick?
Yeah,
yeah. As far as like, you know, an original character, so let's look at HOTS, right? It's a MOBA of heroic proportions that uses heroes from other Blizzard games. They put them in, they give them a little, you know, fresh coat of paint, they give them some extra little stuff, and then that's it. When has the Heroes of the Storm development team actually had a chance to create their own thing, their own hero or whatever, outside of the characters like the Lady of Thorns or the Raven Lord or the Gravekeeper or Blackheart Bay or whatever? Like, this is potentially the first time they make their brand new own, like their own thing, their own baby, like you know, and I'm sure these guys in this dev team has been wanting to do that for a very long time, and like I think it'd be okay if they release Orphea to be another hero in the game. I think that's okay. I would be okay with it. Yeah, I would like to see, you know, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
everyone
sure.
everyone wants to see Deathwing at this point. Come on, guys. You're going to give us
like
Orphea and you're not going to give us Deathwing yet? Come on.
I would like to see a druid hero or something like that, right? But I think the HOTS development team is what's what I'm looking for. They deserve to make their own stuff too and put that out. Like, why not? You know?
I mean,
and then like that would be cool. That would be cool to see like the Lady of Thorns as a character game too, or something. Like she's like a tank or warrior.
I mean, that brings up a good discussion, right? Is the development of this game going to cater to that of what the development team wants to do and what will make them happy, or what might make everyone else happy. But see, there's guaranteed value by adding adding a character to the game that already exists, right? There's a lot of people that already like and are invested in these characters, so you get guaranteed value for adding those to the game versus Orphea. I don't actually know how to say her name really.
I say Orphea.
Orphea. It's not guaranteed. It's like you could completely bomb. Like no one can like her, right? I mean, that's another thing to think about is that I guess it would make the fact that it's revealed at BlizzCon would make it more liked and more visible. Like, hey, come check out Heroes. It's got this new.
They're like, oh yeah, that's a cool little new character. I mean, and it's like, and I don't necessarily want to keep making the comparison, but like, let's look at League of Legends at Riot. Those are all just unique characters and stuff in that game that people are attached to. You know, like, who's to say we can't do the same thing in our game? Like, yeah, okay, Blizzard, HOTS is a Blizzard MOBA with everybody from all the different, like, that's the cool part, like, yeah, we all grew up playing, but what if people didn't grow up playing or didn't play those other Blizzard games, and they see, oh hey, they also have their own unique characters as well. This is cool. That's a cool mechanic. Like, I'll try it out. And like Sisto says in chat, I think they'll do what they did last year, where they showed Alexstrasza and Hanzo at BlizzCon. They'll do that again. They'll show like Orphea and then like maybe Deathwing or something.
Orphea and the Raven Lord, both playable characters.
Okay, I will be the Raven Lord, 100%.
Hell yeah, Raven Lord, are the one true king.
Yeah. If it was like Raven Lord and then they made a Blackheart as a character, I'd be okay with that. Blackheart is cool. Okay. I hate the map. I like the character.
Anyway, see, this is the road we're going down. Of, oh well, I
like it though.
Now people are gonna BabyRage. Why isn't X a character, or why isn't whatever? It's just anyway. It goes down a huge rabbit hole. What were you gonna say, Aurumis?
I don't know. I mean, I like it. I feel like if it's something that like the devs have been thinking about too, like if they're creating something completely unique to HOTS, it can open up a lot more of those things that we were talking about in the last podcast, like those unique talents and like those new pathways. Like creating something that isn't like baselined off of the other games might open their eyes to seeing like, hey, you can tweak something a little bit and have it do a little extra, and like that's what makes it unique. And I don't know, I feel like that's just like kind of like what GOON was saying, like backing off him. I feel like it's a good workplace change for him for a few weeks to like build something like that. Because like we have had like 80 characters that we wanted in a row, and like we said at BlizzCon, they might even do 2, which would satisfy everybody. If it was like Orphea and Deathwing, oof, people would go wild. Satisfy everybody.
I mean, that would be pretty sick. Look,
that'd be nuts.
If you put Orphea in the game, at least give us something that everyone wants as well, that everyone for sure wants. I don't know what that is, but give it to us.
I don't think anybody does.
Make me want it when you show it to me.
Ranked system.
Yes, like a ranked system, perhaps. New playable character, a ranked system. All right. So that is the last of our news topics, and with that, we're headed into trolling the next.
We're gonna have a good time.
All right. Boop. All right. So, first thing, trolling Nexus and trolling the Nexus. We have a live patch that came out on Tuesday. This coincides with both a week from the PTR release as well as the new ranked season starting. See the show notes for the patch notes, and also there was, in case you guys didn't play yet, at the early start of the patch, there was an issue with the quest, so that the stat screen wouldn't show your healing or something like that. So it didn't count towards your quest, but they hotfixed that the day of, I think. So the hotfix patch is also in there in the show notes for you guys.
this quest system that they added is like it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. You can change your quest whenever you want. You know, you just go up to the top and you change your quest. Let's say you complete healing 100,000 over winning games or whatever, and then the next one's like, oh, capture 4 watchtowers and winning games. You don't want to do that. You can go to another quest and select like for another character, whether it's Alexstrasza or Maya or whatever, those quest lines, and start doing those, and then you can jump back and then do the other ones again that you wanted to do, and whatnot.
So
It keeps it.
Real quick before we jump into that, I just want to explain what this system is real quick. So the event that coincides with this patch is called the Fall of King's Crest, and basically we're forced to hunt the generals of the Raven Lord for this quest that coincides with kind of how the comic is going right now. No more spoiler alerts going on for that right now, but you have to hunt the generals of the Raven Lord. So you have these 4 quest lines corresponding to 4 heroes that are the generals, and then you have 4 quests under each of those, and you can kind of choose which ones you want to go down, which paths you want to go down, and you could switch at any point you want and do a new quest, and you get rewards for finishing any of those quests, but you have to do them sequentially in that line. So if I do the first one in, let's say, the Alexstrasza chain, then I can finish that one and then go to the second one. But if, let's say, the second one is like, do the Watchtower one, right? And then it's like, I don't want to do that right now. I'll go over to the Zarya one, and I'll do the first Zarya one. And then, I could go back and forth at any point I want. So what Goon was saying was basically, what were you saying actually about the quest? That you just like how it's structured?
Yeah, you can just kind of just bounce around and whatever you're feeling, you get like little rewards, kind of mix it up, and it just, to me, it's just like a quick little fix, like a little, you're scratching that questing itch from like an MMO or something like that, something similar. But
I will say,
I honestly,
yeah, go for it, Aurumis.
I just on the home screen. I just love the artwork on the home screen, honestly. Like, just being able to put HOTS on and see something really cool, like, kind of gets me interested, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually, like, excited to play a game real quick. Over, like, seeing kind of like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Because, like, the artwork's really nice for this patch, and, like, the whole quest line, like, the little story behind it, like, everything they're doing, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's different.
The one thing I will say is that this sets them up for future events, because right now, or before I should say, they had it so that, it's like, there's this event that came out, and I have this one quest I need to do. Literally one quest. Or they just, recently before this, they were like, okay, now you have like 3 normal quests to do. It's like, you have to finish them sequentially. Okay, fine. Now it's like, oh my god, we have 4 different chains of quests we can do, all with awesome artwork, all relating to the lore. I think this is somewhat of the culmination of everything that the HOTS team was looking to do at some point. And I think, and I agree with both of you guys that I think it's a good direction that we're headed to, in terms of a couple things. First of all, just like the future, and then also just the way that they could implement future events. It just sounds so much more interesting to me. So
right.
I don't know. What kind of quests would you guys want to see in the future? What kind of things would you want to do with this?
Win 10 Hero League.
Oh, yes. Incentivize people to play ranked.
Well, not only just to play ranked, but actually try to win.
Yes. To win Hero League games.
That would be good. I think
maybe not 10 Hero League games. Yeah. Win 10 Hero League games, so that way you at least do your placements. And then, at the very least, you do your placements. And then, even if you don't, like if you win 10 in a row, you're done. But that's not likely to happen. And you kind of just keep playing, and then you're like, maybe this isn't so bad. I'm actually trying to win. More people are trying to.
League as a support, one game.
Ooh, I don't know that I like those I don't know that I like those kinds of quests personally. Like when you make it like game as support. What's up?
I don't know.
I think just winning the games in general.
Yeah.
You can't just say play the game, because we already know what is going to happen if you say play a ranked game. People are just going to like go in and throw the game just to finish it.
Yeah.
they're gonna pick Leoric and go sit in the lane and just die to towers, and then that's it.
Yeah. So you have to say, at least you have to say win a game. And then the question is, do we say, okay, do we make them play a role? Okay, maybe. How could we structure something like that? That's a good question. I think that they should definitely look into something like that and think about the design of how they would want that quest line to be, because you want to get your population more involved, the player base more involved with the ranked play. You want them to know how to draft. You want them to know their best heroes, what they can do to help their teams win, the best ways to, et cetera, et cetera. So like, it is very important that they condone that aspect of the game. So I think it is a good future thing. Good point there.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's go into the live. We are already in the live patch, but let's go into the ranked play changes after the event stuff that's in the general section of the notes. So the new season has begun. Nothing's really changed in Hero League. You can check out the link to the season 4 rewards and whatnot in the patch notes. But the biggest change here, and we knew this last time, we kind of talked about this a little bit, at least some speculation, was the Team League changes. Now you can queue up as any party size in Team League, including solo. So we kind of speculated this could be a good thing. I've heard some good things about it personally. I have not played myself yet in Team League, but
Yeah.
I think there's still more time that needs to go by before any of this means anything. But what have you guys experienced anything with this yet?
I mean, I did.
Aurumis, you did Team League, right?
Yeah, I did Team League with some of my students, actually. Like, we were just kind of hanging around and playing, and we encountered a couple solo queues both on our teams and on the other teams. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like nothing's really changed off the Hero League mentality. Some of the people we play with, like, kind of excited to play solo queue Team League, so I feel like they were trying a little bit harder than normal. But I feel like that's gonna like fizzle out after everybody gets that initial wave of excitement over. But I mean, like, apart from like those very select few people, like there was specifically 2, it was kind of funny. The solo queuers take it the same way they take team or like a Hero League game. So, it's just.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Like, it's nothing. Like, they'll still first pick Varian and like Vala if they want to do something. Like if the enemy team picks Cho'Gall, like they're still going to pick Vala into that Cho'Gall. Like, you're not going to stop them.
But we knew we had to have known something like this was going to happen, did we not?
I mean, yeah. It's basically, I put it this way: it's currently unranked draft, except it's ranked, and that's pretty much it because there's no MMR requirement. There's no MMR requirement, so like,
Did you see?
You don't have to have hero,
and no hero levels.
No hero levels.
Insane.
No rank caps. So like, a master player queuing into golds playing Mephisto for their first time. Like, I'm really sorry I played Zeratul and killed you 16 times. Like, can we please go to the next game?
Yeah. See, that's the part that I don't like. And for me, I'm more of the Hero League guy. I'm more of the one-on-one. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I like that aspect a lot more because I feel like it's like, for me, like, yes, Heroes of the Storm is a team game, right? Competitive. But what I do like about Hero League is that everyone's trying, well, for the, but
Triangle quotations.
trying to figure out, if you're the one looking to climb, you're the one figuring out the puzzle. This is what their draft looks like. This is what my draft is potentially going to look like. This is the map. What do I pick here? More picks become more viable in Hero League because of the way things are. And it makes the game actually kind of interesting. Like, yeah, people want to play meta and stuff like that. Sure, but I do like that wacky. I played Brightwing. I played Honda. I played Decker. I busted out of Malfurion, Lucio, you know, and it's just like this is fun. I'm getting to play the supports that I want to play because the compositions allow me to.
play on, Alex Straza, stuff like that you don't. And in Hero League, I like knowing that I'm controlling myself. Everybody else is controlling themselves too. There's no one necessarily carrying anybody. There's everyone at least is at the similar rank. You don't have masters against bronzes. You don't have, a 2 and a 3 or a 2-2-1 against a 5 stack. It's just 10 people in a game trying to win.
Yeah, I think this was a good opportunity for them to change Team League to what Hero League could be and what people have said it should be, which is any choice order, all that stuff that Team League brings, any queue size, any teams, or any queue size, right? You could queue is 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, but they didn't fix the things that make Team League exploitable and unfun, like the hero levels. You need to have a hero at level 5 before you can play them, because this is a ranked mode. This isn't a joke. This isn't QM. This isn't unranked. They didn't change the rank differences. We have GMs carrying bronze people or whatever. People literally in the past you've seen a GM and a Smurf bronze account. Like, these are problems that Blizzard knows about that are causing problems, and they added this awesome thing. They added the queue size stuff, but they didn't fix any of the problems that are caused. And so it's like, I don't know what they're expecting to get from this, because it's just going to be another cluster, in my opinion, at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, if you add all these restrictions, ranked and stuff like that, like, I mean, you know, like me, I've got friends that I played with for a while that were like flat, and it's just like, if they make it too strict, we'll never. And the biggest reason they like playing with each other is because they have fun together, responding well to each other. They don't have to be ranked, but they work well together. Sometimes that's incentive enough to play.
True, but this is the thing. So make unranked ranked, or make unranked and ranked. So the unranked draft and then Hero League, Team League. Make all of the drafting the same. Let everyone do a first choose type of, what is it? First come, first serve type of choice thing, right? That they have. Yeah. Make it all standard. Don't do this weird, some you have to choose sequentially, some you have to choose not sequentially. Just make it all the same. Like, you're making this weird dichotomy in the game where people don't know what drafting is, because they see one that is sequential. They see one that has no character limitations and can choose in any order, and they go, well, of course I want to do the one with less limitations. Well, just make them all the same. That's the thing I don't understand. As a new player, I would be thoroughly confused at what the heck's going on.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying about playing with friends. Like, I totally get it. But then, okay, let's just all play unranked, where we can all choose any order we want, and it's still kind of like what the Team League is now, except unranked, where there's no level limitations or ranked limitations or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. Or at least, if you pick an order, just give me an option to swap it.
Yeah, swapping of some kind is also good. I mean, whatever they decide to go with, I just want to see it standardized between modes. I don't want to see this weirdness that's going on where some things have this, some things have that, some don't, whatever. Oh, you got to know this for that mode, whatever. Look, man, are you trying to get people into the game? I want to see standard stuff that it's easy to tell what's going on, I know because I pay attention. I'm actively, involved with this podcast where I have to know certain things about the game. I play the game a decent amount, but there's a lot of casual people out there, and that's perfectly fine. And they may become more than casual. They may become diehard fans if they actually knew what was happening, and then maybe they get frustrated. Like, I don't have any friends to I want to play unranked, but I don't want to choose first ever, stuff like that. Like, allow for the flexibility of these types of things for the newer players and whatever, so that they feel comfortable. They want to play ranked, but or like draft, but they don't want to. They don't have to necessarily go into a ranked mode to do that with some weird non-limitations. I don't know. That's kind of my thought.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm unhappy with this, but I'm just saying.
I agree completely, because like if you're taking the step up from quick match, you want to just like hop into an unranked for the first time to like learn how to draft, and you just get thrown in as like first pick. Or if your MMR's high enough, you're banning and you have like first pick, and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? Like, could you imagine? Like, my anxiety levels would shoot to the roof. I'd be like, and this is how we hit the log out button. I'd log back in. Be like, I got levers queue. Find a new MOBA.
Yeah, people have actually complained about that before on Reddit.
Yeah,
that is something that people do complain about and do have legitimate like anxiety about. That's part of the ranked mode is drafting, and you don't want to mess that up. And if you're not experienced, you don't want to ban, and you don't want to first pick. So
yeah,
that makes sense to me. Like, it's just common sense things.
At the same time, how are you gonna learn? You just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta get the.
Also, like, it depends. For like newer players, like, you gotta watch first. You know, like, somebody has to show you how to do it before you learn how to do it. Like, you don't walk in the class and your teacher's like, "Here's a test. Good luck." They show you once or twice. You know, like.
Next episode, test right away. Next episode, I'm testing every single one of the viewers and listeners right away. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but you're getting a test. Episode 96. Look out for it.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. I just feel like changing something small like that, like just the drafting. Like, also for the increased timers, too. Like, unranked draft is so fast. Like, I turned away, and then the draft was over, and I was like, oh, I AFK'd for 2 seconds. I missed the whole draft.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like...
Or the ability to pass...
They definitely need to up the draft timer. Because now you've got a bunch of people now, an influx of players playing this mode that are drafting, that can draft in any order, that need to discuss what needs to be picked or what they want. And 20 seconds in that environment, that's crazy, because now it's just, it could potentially be just 5 random people. For 25 seconds, that's not enough time.
Whoops, I picked Zarya. She's good, right?
We need a tank, Zarya.
It's a tank, right?
Tank. But they said it wasn't quick match. And forehead slap.
I win in with Zarya in quick match all the time, you guys. But yeah, all right. So moving on from that, let's just let's talk real quick the main things we got going on here. The first thing I want to talk about, because it's going to be relatively more of a quick subject, is the Brightwing changes. I just want to hear from you, Goon. What do you feel like is the best build as of right now, or rather, what is kind of the go-to build for you? What have you been experimenting with, and what do you feel is working?
I've got 2 builds. I've got the AFK and just heal build and just keep somebody alive build, and then I've got the more technical, you keep people alive, with some healing, but more so with how you control your opponents and use your cleanses. So I think the easiest heal build is you go with the phase at level 1. Brightwing's phase now, whenever she phases in baseline, you heal the target that you phase onto for 20% of their max health.
It's from 20 to 30. You add an additional 10.
Right. When you take the level 1 talent,
yeah,
the phase, you add an additional 10, so you can heal them for 30% of them, and then you reduce the cooldown of phase by, I think it's like 3. It's like a few seconds.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
2 seconds for every minion that dies. So let's say you're playing Brightwing on a Tomb of the Spider Queen rotation, or Infernal Shrines, or you're sitting in a lane for an extended period of time on Braxton's Holdout. You're getting this cooldown back very quickly, and you're healing a target for 30% of their max health.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
That's a lot. That's a lot of healing, especially when you have a Garrosh, or a Diablo, or an Arthas, or a Thrall, Sonya. I mean, anybody really, but the numbers really start to skyrocket when you focus the tank like that with the phase.
All right. So
At
what's level 4?
Level 4, I'm either taking the what is it called? It's the polymorph
The
talent.
polymorph is called Unstable Anomaly. It increases the polymorph slow and makes it explode to nearby enemies for enemy heroes equal to 2% of their max health.
Of their max health, yeah. So I like this when we're playing a pick composition. You've got like a Garrosh that flips somebody over, Diablo charging on somebody or whatever. This is really helpful in eliminating tanks. Like if you want to focus a tank and blow them up, this helps a lot. The other talent that I'd like to take there is the oh my gosh, I think it's Magic Spit is what it is.
Yeah, Magic
Is that
Spit.
that tier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That increases your auto attack range by 1.1, and also each auto attack that hits an enemy hero reduces the cooldown of your Soothing Mist trait, the AoE cleanse, by 5 seconds. Allows you to stay further back and put in some damage on somebody, and then get your cooldown back. I like those two talents. I don't like the Arcane Flare. At level 7, this is still going with the same like AFK heal build. At level 7, you take this shield. You improve the phase shift again. You give your target a shield when you and your target a shield when you phase onto them, and then you also reveal in a large area.
Yep, that's Peekaboo at level 7.
Peekaboo, yes, Peekaboo. So you already took the level 1 talent on somebody like Diablo. Like Diablo can be pretty weak. You teleport onto him, you heal him for another 30% of his max health, and you give him this big shield.
Dang.
He's full HP.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it on my stream the other day, Soken, but like I was doing that and it was insane. The amount of healing that I was getting like 145,000 healing. I had 145,000 healing on Brax's holdout just because I was like prioritizing Garrosh with my phases, and the game was like minutes or something like that, 17 minutes. 145,000 flat. But yeah, at level 10, I'm either taking Blink Heal. I take both talents if they have a lot of dive, or if it's a boss map. Maybe I'll go Emerald Win. I do like Blink Heal to be able to sustain my squishier targets and to be able to make plays, getting into position to land poly, position to land spell or dodging ability. See anything like that. I love it. So usually because I'm going the phase build, what I'll do is I'll prioritize my phase onto my higher health pool targets, like my tanks, and then I use my blink heals on my squishies, like my assassin, like my Vala, Hanzo, or whatever, Thrall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I use the blink heals, and then because they're getting the heal from the blink heal is more effective on those guys, than it is like on Diablo.
Yeah, like one blink heal on a tracer is gonna be like full health.
yeah, exactly. That's how I do it. At 13, that is I'm playing around with the all the talents. I have been prioritizing increased spell armor, 50% spell armor on Pixie Dust.
Okay.
I do like the 25% heal if I go with the cleanse healing at level 7.
So Pixie Power is the increase in spell armor.
Right, Pixie Power.
And then.
But yeah,
yeah.
I think that one. I think Pixie Power probably you'll get the most value from if you're just if you're just looking for a talent to pick without any kind of other having to think about other scenarios or anything like that. Pixie Power's it's fine. You reduce spell damage by 50% for a few seconds. That's like DC chain combo on somebody. That's less healing, less mana you have to spend throwing your blink heals or trying to Z in on somebody because you negated.
Yeah. Pixie Dust on a Gul'dan corruption target is going to be really money there.
Yeah, and I believe it also lowers the cooldown.
It does, yes, by 3 seconds.
by 3 seconds, so you have it every 7 seconds. So you're mitigating more damage more frequently, making your Brightwing's heals more effective in the long run overall. And then at 16, I like Phase Out a lot. Again, it's another playmaking tool for Brightwing to kind of bait out some cooldown, bait out some speed, bait out some damage from the Kerrigan, from the whatever. You can dodge it and then get out of, blink heal out or something like that, or polymorph or whatever you need to do. I do like that. I'm trying to remember what else was at that tier. I've been taking almost Phase Out.
Sorry, y'all. Anyway, what's up? Sorry. Continue.
I was saying I don't remember what other talents are at 6.
The polymorph. So the
yes, the vulnerability.
Yes. And
Critterize. Yeah. So if you're not comfortable with using Phase Out, hey, Critterize is just especially when you're playing that pick style. Hey, you find somebody, that person's more than likely probably gonna die. They're polymorphed. You put out that extra damage. They're slowed. If you got a Rainer, that's more executioner damage he's doing. Whatever, that person blows up. Phase Out if they're pretty aggressive composition that you're up against, and you protect yourself. They're trying to focus you down. Sure. And then at level 20, I'm taking the AOE Pixie Dust. I apply Pixie Dust to all my allies around me because there is a lot of AOE damage right now that I'm playing against. Azmodan, Globes, Kel'Thuzad's, Jaina's. So then, and it's a talented version of Pixie Dust. So
yeah, I know.
If you took the Pixie power at 13, everybody gets to 50%.
That's just nuts, man. I can't believe they allowed that. That's pretty crazy to me, but I mean, so just having an AoE untalented spell power is good. Like, you don't need the 50 to make it good, but okay, sure.
Yeah. So that's that. That's pretty much.
Have you messed around with the invisible blink heal yet?
I did mess around with the invisible blink heal. That's when they had a lot of auto attackers. They had like a Diva, and they had a Greymane, and I had a Garrosh on my. So then, like, I would make him invisible, and he just stood still, and then they would walk forward because he turns completely. You're completely invisible until the stealth breaks forever. Like, you could literally sit there forever, not get hit by anything, and just stay invisible the whole time. So I would blink heal to him. He would stay invisible. He would walk up, stop in the lane, out of their vision, right? And then they would walk up, kind of just like posture, and then just taunt. Just Warlord's Challenge or flip somebody from being invisible, and it was like, wait, what? And it makes Brightwing and the person that she blinks to invisible, so you're both invisible.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you have 2 charges, so you can make 2 people invisible, like a Garrosh and let's say like someone else, and then the Brightwing. So you got 3 out of the 5 people are invisible at one time.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Your stealth, and then you can go invisible. Yeah, I think invisibility is good for break. And you're unrevealable for the first half second of its like.
Yeah, it's just like how normal stealth works now with like Valera, for instance, where she can become stealth and then she's invisible, and Samuro actually, and you'll be invisible for unrevealable. I mean, for a certain amount of time, and then you're invisible, and then you can go full invisible if you stay still, type of thing.
Right. But yeah,
is that pretty much it?
Pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the build. That's probably the easiest build to go with, and it's fun.
Okay, all right. Okay, now the reason why we named this episode the Queen of Bans and not the Queen of Blades is because Kerrigan is freaking OP, and I will ban her in every single game until she is nerfed. I had to play against Kerrigan in one of my Hero League games, and I'm not going to go into the whole game, but I could not kill her. I literally could not kill this hero. She has like 50% of her life as shields at some points in the game, and I'm Dahaka just like stunning her constantly. Just, it doesn't matter what I do, she stays alive forever. I cannot kill her. So
She's very very sustained, man. Like, okay, she doesn't deal as much damage up front, but she does enough damage. She does enough damage where it's like over time, it keeps her alive for a very long time, and then she's not blowing you up, but because she's not dying, she's just tearing you apart over time. Like,
Yeah.
it's a weird thing. She can blow you up. She can finish you off. She can set up she can set up an engage. She can do these things. She can finish, set up stuff, and she can just stay alive forever. But she can't just like one shot people, right?
yeah,
She
Yep.
just kind of just jumps in there, causes havoc, doesn't die, forces you to use a lot of resources on her. You don't kill her. She gets her cooldowns back very quickly. She's dealing all this AoE damage. Because she's dealing all this AoE damage, she's getting all these shields, and she just kills you that way because she just doesn't die. So yeah, that's the problem I have with Carrie. I've been banned.
Oh shoot! I just fucked something up. Uh
Uh
oh.
oh. What'd you do?
Oh, never mind. I fixed it. Yeah. So it's just really, really tough. And if you look at the Heroes Hearth website, you'll see plenty of builds. Most of them are revolving around getting the shields, at the more gaining more shields, and then like you doing damage gives you more shields, and then this ability now gives you more spell power, which gives you more damage, which gives you more shields. So you're just constantly increasing the amount of shields you're getting.
You can regen your health and mana when you have shields.
Yeah. And it's just kind of insane, to be honest. But I saw Mopsio doing kind of a Q build, like a full Q build today, and it looked pretty interesting. But I don't know. He did it on Battlefield of Eternity, which is not really the best map to do that kind of thing because you can't stack it that well. But
I would say maybe like
huh?
probably be the best. I was thinking maybe like Infernal Shrines or Tomb would be the best for Q build.
Yeah, and like you can actually maybe solo lane with that build because you do need time to stack. You don't want your teammates to interrupt your stacking, so it could actually be pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I highly recommend anyone out there, if you're playing ranked, if you're playing unranked, whatever, but if you're playing Hero League or Team League, highly recommended that you ban Kerrigan. Like, unless you're gonna first pick her,
yeah,
ban it like immediately. That's just a recommendation. You'll find out for yourself. Don't worry.
Someone in chat came by earlier and said that Kerrigan's still trash, but I don't know, man. Kerrigan, if you
I
got the right
disagree.
setup,
I have to disagree.
If you got some good support, get some good setup, like Kerrigan is going to be a monster. Like, we got a Kerrigan in one game, and I instant locked Tyrande. That was GG, dude. That was super GG. Anybody that I was CCQ to, got a Hunter's Mark, waited for the combo. There was a Lunar Flare on top. Done. Didn't matter who it was.
Yep. Kerrigan, Tyrande, the comp is old as Heroes itself.
Yeah.
For some reason you're muted. You're not. I'm not hearing you, Aurumis. Have you been talking?
It says he's blink. He's there, but he's not talking.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
That can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah,
That
there
usually
he
does
is.
it. Yeah, probably when I switched to my computer, I had to click the reset voice settings. That'll happen.
All right,
I
there you
was
go.
like, yeah, I hedged my bets. I was talking. I was like trying to interrupt, and I was like, this is awkward.
Anyway, what is your opinion on the new Kerrigan?
I love her. I know a lot of people have been going to W build lately, and I tried it, and it's super good. Like hitting an 800-point W all the
Oh,
time
yeah.
is ignorant, especially when you combo it off like Tehran, like Goon was saying.
At like level 16, you're dealing like 1,400 damage with that W.
Yeah, it's unfair.
That's disgusting. That's actually disgusting.
Q build is not as good, in my opinion, but it is still very viable, and it's also like kind of like Soko was saying, it's pretty good in the solo lane because you get that charge so much with the mana return. You just poke all day, just Q back to a minion, Q back to a minion,
Yep.
just over and over, and it's annoying, and it does do a fair amount of damage, and it's very easy to stack. Like, there's no reason you can't get it done before level 10, even if you were on like Braxis or BOE.
Yeah. As long as you don't mess up your stacking, that's it. You're good. All right, that's pretty straightforward. We kind of talked about this last week that Kerrigan is definitely going to be powerful, and they didn't change her at all, not one bit. That is in the notes from the PTR, because normally they have the orange text that kind of tells you what's changed. So nothing has changed. I did see somewhere on Reddit about a stealth nerf, but I don't think it was. I think it was the assimilation blades at 20 got stealth nerfed. But that's the auto attack damage one. But yeah. Anyway, nothing really got changed. So we'll see what happens in a week from now. Next Tuesday will be the balance patch. Am I correct or no? Or yeah? Right?
Balance is usually 2 weeks after release.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't foresee it going that long. Her win rate is going to be insane. It's going to be 70%. I'm calling it right now. Yes. In the lower leagues, she will. I've seen, there was someone I played Hero League with that literally won 10 games in a row with Kerrigan and had not lost one game. In the lower leagues, she will destroy. And in the higher leagues, you guys actually know how to counter her. So she will be counterable and maybe, sub 60%, but still like 60%, still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I mean, I'm just telling you what I saw. Literally someone that had a 10 game win streak, one of which was on my team. The next game was against me, so I won with the Kerrigan, and then I lost to the Kerrigan. So, but yeah. All right. With that, we're gonna move into the next and last segment, the Hero League report. We can all talk about our Hero League experiences.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
My favorite.
All right. So let's start out with GOON, because you've been streaming a lot of it. So I want to hear what you've been up to in your Hero League games.
So I finished my placements and I played some games after. I placed Diamond 4 after going like 3 and 7.
3 and 7.
The games were brutal. The placement games were so brutal. People are out there and they're feeding, man. But you know what? I going into this, I was like, it's all right. I'm just gonna play the game. I'm gonna fall in love with the game again. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm gonna challenge myself to be better, and just go from there. And keep going. And now I'm climbing. I'm on my pro mode at Diamond 3 right now. It's like, all right. As soon as the placement games were over, the games, they're not ideal. They're not the games I want to be playing, but they're more competitive. There were some throws. Soken saw some throws.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw that. You saw that.
The Cursed Hollow game. The Cursed Hollow game, right?
Yeah. The game that I played out of my mind.
Dear Lord,
dude,
dear Lord. That's all. There's nothing else to say.
There's a clip out there of me just destroying as Brightwing, and my team running it down. But anyways, yeah. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with it. Like I can't wait to queue up and play Hero League. Like that's how I feel right now. It's probably the new season stuff, but at the same time, like I just want to play.
I just want to play too, man. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. So.
What about you, Aurumis? What's going on with you? Have you had much time lately? I know you've been working some overtime at the factory, or not the factory, the reactor. So.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff with school. We have exam week next week, so I've been busy. But I have gotten a couple games in. I haven't finished placements in either Hero League or Team League yet, but I'm about halfway with both. I think I've played at least more than combined 10 games. The experience has been pretty good. I had 2 games where I had a bot on my team the entire game.
Brutal, dude.
One game in a lesson with the student, we had a Li Ming bot from minute 1 after we told him not to go Li Ming, and he's like, trust me, and then
DCs and doesn't come back. What? Brutal.
Yeah. Brutal. Greatest 20 minutes of my life. Apart from that, I mean, the games have really been the same as every other season. I really don't think there's been something that's like oh, this season's much better, or it's so much worse. Like, queue times are still okay at one time of the day and bad at another. If you go on a win streak, your queue time goes up. If you go on a losing streak, your queue time goes up. So it's like maintain about a 50% win rate, have fast queues, and just like AFK play HOTS like you did every other season, and slowly climb. Don't forget about the slowly climbing part.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, yeah, 50% win rate, you'll hit GM in a week if you play enough games.
Well, see, that's the difference between you and me, my friend. I don't have it as easy as you do. I can't go 40% like some of these Masters players and still climb just because I played 1,000 games this season. So,
somehow with a positive rank adjustment.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and for you, you are above 50%, sometimes 60% win rate. So for you will for sure climb, which is really good. You'll climb out of your mind. You should be 5K like last season really easily.
Yeah. Just gotta hit it and not lose it again.
Yeah, and Goon, if Goon plays as Goon should play, you will hit also. You will hit Masters again, and you will be where you should be in Masters, because like there's no reason why you should be in Diamond. Just like skill wise.
Yeah, end of last season was brutal actually last season was just brutal for me. Like right out the gate, I was just losing every single game, and the even after placements, like the games didn't get any better. I felt like they got worse, and it was always a stomp, and I was always on the team that got stomped. And when I did win, it was a hard fought victory. Like that's how it always was. I don't know, maybe if that was me, if that's the matchmaker, if that's just dumb luck.
Dude, I honestly think it was the worst luck I've ever seen a singular person like go through. I've never seen such hopeless games in Master Games in any stream that I've ever watched. I watch streams every day for hours on end, and I've never in my life seen that kind of like just hopelessness. Just feeds. Just like no one is rotating. No one is going to lane. No one is soaking. No one is doing the objective. I have never seen anyone go through that before, and I am so sorry that you had to go through that last season. But yeah, I know you'll be back in Masters.
Last feed, son. I was getting matched up. I was
Remember you just made
matched up with players that had. Yeah, I made a Smurf. Yeah, and my Smurf was banning. Yeah, I was doing great. It was banning over pros.
It was like 3K, right? 3K or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 3. Yeah, it was 3K, and I was just like, okay, this is cool, whatever. But like on my main, I was playing with people that like over the past few seasons had played like 20 Hero League games. Didn't even finish placing in the seasons before and stuff, and just so decided to want to finish their placements this. It was crazy, man.
And that wasn't even the end of the season. That was like towards the middle of the season too.
Yeah, that was throughout the whole season. I stopped playing because of it, like for a bit there. It was a dark time for me, man.
Dark time for sure.
Yeah.
And finally me, my Hero League report. So the very first day, I said I was about to not do it, and then Goon, you inspired me. You said I'm gonna play, and I watched you stream, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home and do this. And I went home and I played 8 games. And I went 1-7. I went 1-7 my first day on Tuesday. I you know what? I want to say, in a way, I want to say I wish I streamed these games. Because I want everyone to see how terrible these games were. How actually disgustingly awful these games were. These are the worst games I've ever played in my life.
That doesn't sound good.
It was god awful, and I'm not trying to flame anyone. I mean, seriously, I don't know why these people were placed with me. I was playing with low I was at Plat 1 playing with Diamond 5s last season, and for some reason I got these people that, just feeding is all they know how to do. They just probably only play quick match. It was actually insane. There's nothing I could do, and when I say that, I'm not kidding. I went 1-7. The one game I won that we just stomped them because I was playing Dahaka and I was able to make some sick rotations and whatnot. But like, it felt so helpless. I was so defeated that day. Like when you lose 7 games, There's nothing else to lose. You're just a hollow shell, a husk of a person.
You're a husk.
And
you just literally no brain, hover over ready, click it, and just go.
Dude,
Go to the next game.
I have nothing to lose. I went 2-8, and I placed Platinum 3. I reverted all my freaking advancements to Plat 1. All the climbing I did, gone. Just disappeared before my very eyes. I haven't played any worse.
To be fair, didn't you place gold last season?
No, I placed Plat 2 last season, and I climbed to Plat 1 after like 25 games. I got to Plat 1. I got middle of Plat 1, and then I dropped down to Plat, the lower part of Plat 1. I was about to demote, and I said, you know what? It's the end of the season. People are just placing. I'm done. I waited till Tuesday. I went 8 games, and I went 1 and freaking 7. But yeah.
Well, how many games did you play last season? Like you played like 20 or something like that?
I played anywhere from 20 to 30. I have to look it up, but I mean, I played a decent amount. It wasn't like, I mean, even if I played 20 games, I played 100% more than what 90% of the HOTS population plays.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I played like 30 games total probably.
I bet if you played 60, you would have been higher, and then you would have placed higher this season.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm going all out this season. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing. My main account is screwed. I have lost all my progress. I'm a man without a cause, dude. I'm going in. I'm clicking the play button.
Well,
I'm gonna choose Phoenix. I'm gonna choose Phoenix no matter what.
Do it.
No tank.
Do it.
Choosing Phoenix. It's over.
Oh god.
Blizzard, you've created this person. Blizzard, you have created this man. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to just wreak havoc. I'm going to become the Raven Lord. Okay?
I mean, you were gold this year, though. Like, at some point this year, you were gold, and now you're not. So,
I want to
slow, painful grind, but you're doing it.
I want to look out. I want to see my advancement. But this is the thing: is like, I based on my placement games, and maybe I shouldn't make this assumption, but based on that, just the amount of insanity in those placement games makes me question what is going to happen. Like, I could go back to gold this season easily with these teammates I've had. If this continues, I'll be at gold. But anyway,
who knows? You could be Sasa, play 800 games, and fluctuate between Plat 5 and Diamond 4.
I'm gonna go all out this season. Like
Scary.
when I say I'm going all out, I'm going all out this season. And you know what? I have nothing to lose. That's it.
All right.
So no more being scared about losing, my progress, whatever. It's already gone. My life is over, so there's nothing to lose.
Just play.
So yeah, that's my Hero League report. I hope you guys enjoyed the Baby Rage. And all right, that's pretty much it for the show. No Gaining Insight this week. And no Trolls Challenge this week. We don't really have any time.
Ooh.
We're running out of time, and Goon has to hit bed. He's got work really early tomorrow at like 2 a.m., so we got to go.
Ooh, good luck, Goon.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. We're signing off.
Nice
So first of
everybody.
all,
Thanks again for this week.
no, I mean I gotta say my spiel, damn it. All right, so first off, thank you Schizo for normally creating the thumbnails. I need to be better about querying you about making thumbnails each week, but yeah, thank you for the work you do. Thank you to everyone that's listening to the Nexus Trolls, the Heroes of the Storm podcast. We stream live on our Twitch channel normally at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/trollsgg every week. Aurumis, where can the people of the Nexus find you?
You can find me at GG_Aurumis on Twitter. You can find me on Discord. I'm in the Trolls Discord. It's AurumisGG on Discord also. You can find me on GamerSensei if you're looking for individual or team coaching. I will post my link.
I posted your link. I got your link.
Perfect. Yeah, so feel free to reach out to me there at any time. I'll help all your coaching needs.
Mr. GOONHOTS, where can the people of the Nexus find you?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter at GOONHOTS, twitch.tv/GOONHOTS, where you'll catch me streaming Hero League. And we're just cruising, man. Like, I've been enjoying the Hero League streams, and just hanging out. I get into these modes where I just get like really focused, and I don't say anything for a duration of a match, and then I come out of it like, whoa, what happened? Where
Dude,
am I? What
it's
time
great.
is
It's
it?
the
What happened?"
best. This is how a person should play Hero League. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, what happened? Ooh, okay, queue up, and then we do it again. And then like I'll go back and I'll talk about talents and like what was weird, what didn't work, and I'll talk with chat. Chat's giving me like, what about this? What about that? And it's fun. It's a good time. We got some chill music and yeah. So check it out. Twitch.tv/GOONHOTS. If you're not there, if you're not following, if you're not subbed, fix that. Anyways, you can you'll find me here on the Nexus Trolls every week. I know I had talked about HGC and chill. Being an HGC coach and watching my team play on the weekends and stuff like that, it's difficult. And then people, guests that I want to bring on and stuff like that, their schedules change because of HGC as well. So we're gonna have to put that on hold for now and kind of come up with something else later on in the future. But I do want to do that again because that was a lot of fun. And then yeah, and catch tomorrow HGC team. They're in the Crucible. They're going to be facing off against one of these open division teams. Hasn't been announced which one it is yet, but we'll find out. And yeah, come root for us to stay in HGC. But
I will be rooting for you. NT,
I will be too.
NT1's in
obviously.
chat. And all right, and then for me, Soken, you can find me on Twitter at Soken Soken GLHF, and at me with your finest memes. Thank you. I stream to Twitch at Soken Gaming, Soken Gaming, and of course Aurumis, Goon, and myself here on the Nexus Trolls every week. And if you enjoy the show, you can support the Nexus Trolls in a variety of ways. Here on Twitch, you can support us with a tier 1 subscription or a sub through Twitch Prime. Please subscribe to our show on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you find your podcasts online. And of course, as previously mentioned, the Patreon at patreon.com/trollsgg. And speaking of Patreon, again, thank you. Huge shout out to our chieftains, Preston and Eric F. And another huge thank you and huge shout out to our war chiefs, Super Dave, Steel Condor, Fringe Average, and then, of course, the mysterious and infamous Soken's mom. She's not my real mom. I don't know who it is. But you're getting a shout-out because you're supporting the show. Visit our website at trolls.gg/thenexustrolls to watch this and past shows along with video streams. And you can also find our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/trollsgg. And also, just throwing it out there right now, on the trolls.gg website, we did post a number of articles recently. A lot of new content just came out on the trolls.gg website. So definitely check that out on our website. And I'm just going to throw it out there real quick right now as well. Since it's a Trolls.gg and a Gank Bush Squad collaboration, we have the Bush League playoffs coming up this weekend, September 30th. I don't know the time, but you could check it out on our website, Bush League, BUSH League.trolls.gg. Check that out. That'll give you all the information on Bush League. And don't know the casters for those yet, I think, but yeah. And we also have a Twitter. Follow us at TheNexusTrolls, where we tweet announcements about the show, like when we're going live and general Heroes news. If you want to hang out with us in-game, join the /join space TrollsGG in-game, and you can join our in-game chat. And then our Discord, trolls.gg/Discord. And then finally, if you have if you want to get in touch with us and you want to send us an email, please send us an email at TheNexusTrolls@trolls.gg. So that's it for us this week. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to Goon. Thank you to Aurumis for hanging out with us. Oh, and thank you Tower Baron for the tier 1 subscription. Love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Ooh.
And thank you guys, and we will see you next time.
Peace out.
Catch you next week, everybody.